people can earn the exact same salary, working the exact same job, and end up with completely different financial lives. One struggles to make rent, while the other builds a fortune. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear mathematical system to manage your money, tailored to your specific income and expenses. To set this up, you only need 3 things: a steady source of income, a complete list of current expenses, and an open mind. You cannot out-earn bad spending habits. Securing your financial future requires a specific psychological framework for how you manage your money. Let's build yours. Consider 2 25-year-olds, Ahmed and Zain. They live in the same city and both take home exactly $1,000 a month. Every payday, Ahmed heads straight to the stores. He covers his rent, then buys designer clothes, upgrades his phone, and pays for weekend nights out. By the end of the month, his account sits at 0. Zain takes a different approach. Before he looks at a single price tag, he pays himself first. He immediately moves 20% of his paycheck into an investment account. Only then does he figure out how to spend the rest. Take a second to calculate that number for yourself. Look at your monthly take-home pay, multiply it by 0.20, and write that figure down. This baseline calculation is your starting point. Securing this percentage up front is the mathematical way to ensure you build wealth before daily life drains your account empty. The reason most people fail to save that 20% comes down to a trap called lifestyle inflation. It happens when your cost of living rises alongside your salary. This chart shows how it works. The green income line rises as you get promotions, but watch the red expense line. It climbs right alongside it. The gap never widens. Think about your last pay bump. You likely upgraded your apartment or ate out more, absorbing every new dollar. To break this cycle, you must cap your living costs. When you lock expenses in place, your next raise goes straight into your surplus. A larger paycheck is not an invitation to increase your consumption. It is strictly a tool to accelerate your investment timeline. With your expenses capped and your surplus growing, your psychology around purchasing needs to shift. Instead of asking, "What can I buy?" you need to ask, "Will this make me money?" This split screen breaks down the difference. On the left, we have liabilities. These are items or obligations that constantly drain money out of your pocket over time through depreciation, maintenance, and fees. On the right side, we have assets. These are investments that do the exact opposite, continuously funneling new money back into your pocket. Remember our 2 workers. Ahmed filled his life with liabilities that quickly depreciated to 0 value. Zain bought assets, and his portfolio grew. Open your bank statement from last month and apply this exact filter to your purchases. Aggressively categorize every dollar spent as either buying an asset or buying a liability. This is the dividing line in wealth creation. The wealthy systematically acquire assets that produce cash, while everyone else acquires liabilities that consume it. Let's project Zain's 20% saving habit 10 years into the future to see the actual math at work. This chart maps out a decade of investing. By putting $200 a month into the market at an average 10% return, we see steady accumulation over 120 months. By year 10, the visual shifts. The portfolio crosses the $40,000 threshold, and those incremental steps turn into a steep upward curve. This curve illustrates your capital doing the heavy lifting. The invested money is now generating its own returns, completely independent of your physical labor. To ensure you reach this point, log into your bank and set up an automatic transfer for your 20% target. Automation guarantees the process happens without requiring daily discipline. Extreme wealth is rarely built overnight. It is the mathematical result of small, automated habits compounded over decades. You now have a complete framework, a calculated 20% target, capped living expenses, and funds redirected from liabilities to assets. The final barrier is purely psychological. It is the persistent illusion that you need to wait for a better time or a larger salary to begin. You have your calculated baseline number. Use it today. Make your very first investment right now, using whatever amount you calculated. If this framework helped you rethink your financial strategy, subscribe to the channel for more step-by-step guides on building wealth systems and achieving financial freedom. Earning an average salary will not keep you broke, but waiting too long to start investing absolutely will.